Hello and welcome to Random Comic Vlog, where we are going to be reviewing
Yep.
I hate this movie. Okay, so we just got back from seeing The Dark Tower. And with me is, well, if you remember way back when this film was originally supposed to be released, or at least officially given a theatrical release,
In February.
we did on A Comic a Day, my other channel, I did Dark Tower Month, where I was co-hosted with.
Krif.
He's lost the will to live after this movie. So, before we get into we just got back from it. Before that, the previews, saw the It preview. That still looks good. We saw the preview for, what was it, Only the Brave? Was that the firefighter movie?
I don't know what
I don't know, but when you start a trailer off with, and I saw a flaming bear coming at me, it was beautiful and horrific, I'm kind of going to be interested.
I'd be terrified of a flaming bear coming running out of the woods at me.
Then we got Logan Lucky. I've been seeing that on YouTube a lot, and I really want to see it.
Logan Lucky looks amazing.
What
Way
else?
better than this fucking pile of shit.
Yes, we'll get to that We'll get to that, Punchy. What else did we see?
A horrible movie. The death of my soul.
Trailer-wise. I don't remember. Either way, so this movie. We're going to go with this is a negative. If you don't want any spoilers or anything like that, the movie has some decent visuals at times. And by at times, I mean it's par for the course. They're actually
The movie is a good movie if you take away the Dark Tower and the character names and the plot and the script and the producers and the director and the entire crew and just burn it all to the ground.
But the director of photography did a really good job.
With what he had.
Yes, and costuming wasn't bad, but it was basic.
Costuming was very plain.
Which I kind of get because the world has moved on.
Not New York.
No, New York. I did. Yeah. Okay, so short answer.
The movie's shit. Don't watch it.
Idris Elba tries giving. Okay, that's a non-spoiler. Movie shit. Don't watch it. The end. If you don't want to hear spoilers, if you don't want to hear anything that may make you go, "Oh my God, the Man in Black is evil," well then you're stupid. But I'm sorry. I don't mean to be abrasive.
I do.
Oh, he's very abrasive today. So, yeah. Now we're going to go into the spoiler bits. It's going to be a doozy. I honestly don't know how long this is going to be, depending on if he gets a fire in his soul again to rant. So we'll start with some positives.
Have fun. Exactly.
Positives.
The
Dennis
Dark Tower
Haysbert
looked good.
What?
The Dark Tower itself looked good.
Oh yeah, like it looked good. The Dark Tower, the actual tower. It's actually one of the better interpretations I've seen. Although I would have preferred it to not be the tower in the clouds.
Instead be, I don't know, maybe a tower at the end of a fucking giant rose field like it should have been?
Silly Krif. There's literally no fucking roses in this movie.
There's 2 roses.
The graffiti at the very end.
2 roses.
Oh.
Only 1 rose matters.
Rose matters, you say?
Yeah, I tried.
Hey, you did a better Easter egg or reference to other shit than this movie did.
I did my fake, oh my god, surprise hands, but you guys can't see me, so it doesn't
Really,
matter.
it looked like you were DX chopping your face, which is a dick. Oh, we saw the Hitman's Bodyguard trailer. God, that still looks good. Anyways, right, so positives. Dennis Haysbert's in this movie.
For 5 minutes.
He does the best he can with what he's given.
Which is a pile of shit.
Which is sad because I really, really like Dennis Haysbert. Ever since The Unit. If you guys don't know who Dennis Haysbert is,
He's the Allstate guy.
He's the Allstate guy.
He's that black, deep-voiced Allstate guy.
That's Allstate, Stan.
That guy.
Are you in good hands? He was also the president on 24. Anywho.
Are you in good hands with this saw machine gun?
Ah! By the way, I wanted Roland to pick up one of those subs just for Cuthbert.
He wouldn't.
I know he wouldn't.
Well, no, he wouldn't, because if you've ever read the drawing of the three, he calls automatic machine guns cheap plastic toys.
Guess what?
But, oh yeah, that's right, I forgot. I was watching a Dark Tower movie that has nothing to do with the Dark Tower books, so he probably would have picked one up, for all I know, and shot himself in the head, and that would have been a better ending to this movie.
So, I like Dennis... Okay, there's not really positives to give to this movie. There isn't. I'm trying. I'm thinking about it. Visuals, some visuals look really good. Like the Dark Tower, the Dogaheen. The token. I don't know where I went there.
So,
So
what you're telling me is that they're all inside the Dragonborn's something.
Yes, it's the hemorrhoid you get from eating 50 pounds of bread. Actually, cheese. Cheese is always the easiest to find thing.
Or apples. But
Apple
they weigh
give you
so
like one health.
But they weigh so little.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anywho, so like there's some good like visual landscape shots that you can tell are, but at the same time it's like
I couldn't focus that much on the movie. I was blinded by seething hatred.
So, how should we break this down? Should we go, here's the plot, this is why it was bad / interpretation, and then continue that way, or just...
Okay, well, here's the plot. It's shit. Don't watch it. Don't care. Moving on.
Or, you already said that in the non-spoiler. Now you can talk about how in the first 20 seconds, they don't have to say a fucking thing to ruin the entire fucking movie. Actually, I will say there is one positive. Right before the movie starts, one of the logos on the screen is for the Tech Corporation. I thought that was kind of fun if the film had kept that sort of...
Okay, let's see. Here's the plot. We start in New York, which is wrong. And then we start focusing on Jake, who lives with his mother and stepfather, which is wrong. And he's having visions, which is wrong.
Oh, don't forget to bring up what happened to his real father.
His real father, the firefighter, which is wrong. Who died bravely, which is wrong. Running into a fire to save people, which is wrong.
And then what happens?
I forgot.
He
goes to talk to his shrink, which is wrong. He gets into a fight at school, which is wrong. He goes to a public school, which is wrong.
I'm sorry, the last 30 seconds is just you, Kevin Spaceying this movie. By the way, any of you people, I want a Kevin Spacey cut of this movie. With the Kevin Spacey, wrong!
After everything
After
that's
literally
wrong?
everything that's wrong. Just,
if anyone has 4 hours to put that together?
Dude, I'm thinking about just throwing you in front of a camera when it comes out on DVD.
Let's see. So then he goes to the Hell House with the house demon, which is wrong, and goes through a magical mechanical portal made by who knows who, because it's not North Central Positronics, which is wrong.
Isn't it?
No, it's not.
Oh, I didn't see a logo on it, that's why.
That's the problem. North Central Positronics freaking stamps everything right in your face.
Oh, don't forget that he was being hunted by the low men before he...
Because he has the shine, which is wrong.
It's the touch. Bam. It's the power.
I'm not even going to do that
I
this
know.
time. And then he meets Roland in the desert, which is right. But he goes to Roland's camp, which is wrong. And then him and Roland walk together and go into the forest, which is wrong. And they meet a tribe of people, which is wrong. And then... apparently the Taheen, which are now ninjas, which is wrong, show up and try and kill everyone. Which is right, because that's what they do. Then they go back to New York, which is wrong. And they take Roland to a hospital, which is wrong, but funny.
That is the only moment. Just everyone remembers that really stupid. I know it was on YouTube for the longest time. I don't know if it was on TV.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it was.
With
the Trash Panda Gecko commercial.
Dude, you gotta eat this. This is terrible.
Yeah, that commercial. And Roland asked if the animals still talk, and it was kind of weird. But anyways, let's see. After that, they go to a gun store, which is wrong. And then Walter shows up and does magic, which is technically wrong.
Why would you say technically? He was using Black 13.
Because I skipped over the part where they go home and he's incinerated Jake's mother and
shit,
killed his
right.
stepfather, which is wrong.
This movie feels like it had 2 editors.
I'm not done.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And then they go to the Dixie Pig, which is wrong. Which is a warehouse, which is wrong.
It's not even a warehouse. It's like a mall that was taken over by vagrants, which is wrong. But they are vermin. Boom.
And Jake gets kidnapped, which is technically wrong.
Technically, at this point anyway.
And then Roland murders everyone, which is wrong. Roland didn't kill the Dixie Pig.
No. Jake and Father Patrick Callahan.
Technically, Gon and Martorin did.
Fair point. But for whatever reason, none of the Stephen King movies want to bring up Maturin or Gon.
I'll get into that. So then Roland fights Walter, which is wrong. And kills him with a MacGuffin bullet, which is wrong.
No, it wasn't a MacGuffin bullet.
No, it breaks the laws of physics.
Dude, you saw Wanted. He can bend fucking bullets.
I don't care. And Jake is being used to break the beams to the Dark Tower, which is wrong. And then they go back to New York, which is wrong. And Jake feeds Roland a hot dog, and Roland calls him a savage for eating dog, which is wrong.
Because he's eating dog.
And then they decide to leave together, which is wrong.
Oh, wait. Tell him what he calls him.
And Roland calls Jake Gunslinger, which is wrong. I did not spend 40 hours trying to getting through these books to hear him finally call Jake a gunslinger and feel my heart well with pride to have it shot down in 2 hours.
And that was the Dark Tower side of this. But as a plot on just a film level,
It's wrong.
it was bad. Like, they really tried pushing something. And the theme one of the themes of the Dark Tower book is you forgot the face of your father. Because
No, it's never forget the face of your father.
Yes. No, it is yes, it is never forget the face, but there are points of you have forgotten the face of your father. And that sort of shit. Because Roland kind of does have daddy issues. He's got more mommy issues than daddy issues, which could have worked really interestingly in this movie. Because Jake actually had a positive relationship with his mother, whereas Roland...
Which is wrong.
Yes, it's wrong, but they could have made it good. The problem with this movie is that while it is totally not the Dark Tower books, it is a shit movie. A good movie could have at least made you go, yes, it is stupid, they should never have called it the Dark Tower, but it is an okay movie with that stupid fucking title attached.
It'd still be wrong.
Why?
Why would it be wrong?
I just told you, if it was at least a decent movie...
No, because if Jake should not have a normal relationship with his mother,
Okay,
they
so
should
again,
they should actually live in a house, and they should have a
So you didn't
maid.
actually hear what I said, you just wanted to continue bitching about how
No.
this wasn't... Yes, because what I just said was...
That one thing would still be wrong if it was an entertaining movie.
Yes, it would still be wrong, but that does not equal it not being a... If it was no movie, if it was just Dark Tower in name only, and still was a good movie, while it would still be wrong on a content adaptation level, it would still at least have been enjoyable. It's like the Suicide Squad. Squad. You know how much was
Suicide Squad.
You know how much was wrong in that movie? Everything. But it was still enjoyable.
They at least still had the same general premise of a Suicide Squad book. It's not like literally they called him the Suicide Squad and then sent him to Mars.
By the way, I don't think we like this new Percy Jackson movie. No,
That's what this is. This is literally if they were to take the Suicide Squad and put them on Mars to fight space aliens with laser guns.
Hey, they didn't have laser guns in this.
But
Walter had fireballs.
But that's what this is. This is literally, hey, we're going to take all these names and all this shit because it's from a book by a really well-known author, and then we're going to just squat down, get swifty, and shit all over it.
Get swifty?
Yes.
Why?
Because Rick and Morty. Shit
It's
on the
not
floor.
something that needs to be talked about, you glip glop.
Hey, you watch your mouth.
Okay, so plot is really bad. And on a plot level, outside of it, the adaptation of it being wrong, you just went on to for 4 minutes stating how everything is wrong. It's not cohesive. Like, it feels like they shot all these random scenes and then said, okay, editors, deal with it. Because you have no emotional weight from one scene to the next. The only time I ever felt any emotion in this was oddly with, spoilers, Matthew McConaughey. Wait, that's not a spoiler. Spoiler, Matthew McConaughey's the Man in Black. And they fucking tone him down for this, but we're not talking about the acting yet. Was when he goes to Jake's apartment. This is where you're supposed to say, which is wrong.
I'm just going to let you finish.
And does this... I will say that it was a neat visual.
What, the multi-Jakes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a visual effect level, it looked really neat. But, like, the only time Matthew McConaughey felt like Matthew McConaughey was, I have a stalker. It, like, just that moment made me go, why couldn't the film be this?
See, I felt emotion at a different point in the movie, other than seething hatred.
I was about to say, your seething rage started at the, and so a child could destroy the Dark Tower. And that's when I felt the universe inside your head explode.
No, I did feel an emotion other than seething hatred.
And I did laughed at the trash pandas?
No, I felt sad at one point.
Okay, I'm interested.
Watching Dennis Haysbert die. Not because I had any emotional connection to him. Not because I cared about the character. Because I like Dennis Haysbert and I don't want to watch him die.
Also, plot-wise, thank you for reminding me. They made it so that the Man in Black's magic, I use air quotes there because it's very unspecified, won't work on Roland.
Which is
makes no fucking
flat
sense.
outright lie.
It makes no sense, like, not even in context of the Dark Tower, like, the entire thing being... Also, the fucking plot is Jake has to go, no, man, you're a gunslinger still. No, I'm not. I'm gonna go kill the Man in Black. No, you gotta save the tower. At this point right now, the entire plot is the Man in Black is trying to destroy the tower.
Roland just wants to kill him for murdering his daddy.
Who fucking cares why he's going to do the right... He's going to... No, you can't kill him for murder. Kill him for saving the Dark Tower. Can't I just shoot him and be done with it?
Nope, you have to have a reason.
My reason is because he killed my dad. And all my friends.
Well, then you're wrong.
Listen to me, you 12-year-old
Wrong.
little shit. There is no boy in this.
That's how my head feels right now.
There is no movie.
No, there is a movie.
No, there is no movie.
There should be no movie, but there is a movie.
We went and saw it together. There is no movie. But the plot is just all over the place. Even if it attempted to just be an okay film without trying to just melt... This is the quintessential... I'm calling it the Last Airbender adaptation style.
No, here's what they tried doing, ready? They had a cohesive plot. They had a 100% solid plot. And then someone looked at the script and went, hey, this would go great with that Stephen King Dark Tower book.
Sort of like Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2?
And then everyone went, oh yeah, let's just change some names around and try and shoehorn some shit in here. And that's why it makes no sense.
Then they really did young adult the hell out of this. You know what I mean? That's why I do call it the Percy Jackson, and the Percy Jackson goes to the Dark Tower, because quite literally, yes, Jake is a big character in the book. He is. Well, the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh one.
Not really the fourth one.
Okay, not really the fourth one, because the fourth one is a flashback.
Jake has really nothing to do with the fourth one.
No one really has. Even Roland seems to be so disinterested by the end. Which is technically the beginning. Anywho. So, I understand that, what the hell was I talking about? Fuck it, we're off the plot. We just spent 50 minutes. The plot sucks.
And it's wrong.
It's wrong from the Dark Tower perspective. It sucks from a moviegoer's perspective. And on a film like this, at least, if you knew the film was going to suck, at least try and make the theater-going experience fun.
I knew the movie was going to suck. That's why I sat there and noped everything that was wrong.
I know, to the annoyance of the people in front of us.
Didn't care about them.
I know you didn't, but I do.
I'm never going to see those old people again in my life.
I'm hoping they survive long enough to watch an actual good movie in theaters. But okay, acting. The child who played Jake was not bad.
He wasn't Jake.
Ugh.
No. Let me explain why.
If you compare it to the Dark Tower, I'm gonna hit ya.
I'm going to, because that's who the character is supposed to be. Jake Chambers is supposed to be a shorter than average, meek, shy little boy.
Yes.
This kid is average height, if not tall, because we never really see him alongside adults except for Idris Elba.
And I don't know Idris Elba's height.
I don't either. So, he's causing actual fights, which Jake Chambers would never do.
Uh-huh.
He openly runs into this mysterious magical portal into a new world, which Jake would never do because he'd be too scared.
Technically, he did do it in a third...
Two.
Was it two? Yeah, because it was the door from the Hell House to...
Or no, it was 3.
Yeah, it was 3.
It was
That's
3.
when he came through the portal, because that was while
Right.
Dedo was being all demoned.
Yeah.
And
No,
Eddie had to carve.
He did because he was suffering a mental breakdown, and he did a lot of shit he wouldn't actually do.
Uh-huh, and this is not Jake from 1. This is Jake basically from 3. As though
Even Jake, after he got through the portal, even after he walked through that door, would still not do it. This is fucking closer to Jake from 7 than anything else. This is the Jake who sat down and asked Roland for a cigarette at like 15 years old. Who went
Was
to
he
go...
15 by then? I thought he was 8 when the book started.
He was like 9 or something. I don't fucking
Either
remember
way.
his age.
Either way,
I spent too many years with these people. I don't know their ages anymore.
You're right. And yes, he is a totally different character from the Dark Tower's books.
Let's see.
But the actor did okay with what he was given. That is what I was going with.
Right, the actor
You've already gone over the plot. Nothing is the same.
The actor himself was fine.
Except for a weird moment, like, I could not believe him crying over... Actually, that's the only moment I actually felt he had human emotion, was when he was crying over...
His mom dying?
the birthmark that used to be his mother.
He has the ugliest cry face I've ever seen.
No, I think I still have the ugliest cry.
No, that was... He looked almost like Tobey Maguire from Spider-Man with that crying. And that's pretty nasty.
But that's why I'm saying, yes, I know he's totally a different character, but we already went over that the plots are two completely different things.
And then our two main characters, Idris Elba and Matthew McConaughey,
Idris Elba!
Neither of which had emotion in their role.
Which is sad, because Matthew McConaughey made Texas Chainsaw 4 worth fucking watching. He made all those rom-coms he was in worth watching. Dazed and Confused sucks as a movie. Yeah, I said it. Bite me. Not fight me. Bite me. Except for, McConaughey knows how to make shit good. when you let him McConaughey. McConaughey? It's a verb.
I was actually afraid that they were going to Kevin Bacon him.
Oh, make him go too over the top?
Yeah, Kevin Bacon in X-Men First Class, where he's too Kevin Bacon. He seems like someone trying to be Kevin Bacon.
Right.
I was afraid that's what they were going to do. Because it's McConaughey. And I know I'm going to be drawing parallels to the book again.
No, you
but
can.
Walter is supposed to be over the top and crazy, but charismatic at the same time.
And that's Matthew McConaughey.
Okay, I'm pretty sure they would have had better luck casting Shinsuke Nakamura as the Man in Black.
He's not really that charismatic.
No, but those facial expressions.
Fair enough.
Because that's the other thing. Nobody emotes!
Except for, again, Jake seeing his mom crying, or Jake seeing his mom's burnt... It's actually kind of funny.
Everyone is so stone-faced in this fucking movie.
And Idris Elba, I understand Roland being stone-faced. With how they're portraying the character in this.
If he was stern, or if he was...
Oh my god, that's true. That is true.
Like, he berates Jake for running off into the woods, and it's, was it dangerous? Don't go out alone.
Shrug.
And that's literally the line delivery. It's so deadpan. Matthew McConaughey, is trying to, fucking sway Jake's parents, and he's just in there cooking chicken.
Hey, that scene could have worked really well, and it kind of does. Only reason I say that is because I saw Deep Fried Kentucky Murder, or whatever the hell it was, where Matthew McConaughey makes a woman deep throat a drumstick, a chicken wing, or chicken drum, leg, and pretend to, right before killing her. Like, that was the only, I'm literally going, okay, if McConaughey could be every other McConaughey role, you have parallels to go, this is what he should have done.
I mean, fuck. Idris Elba had more emotion as Heimdall.
That's true.
And that's saying something.
He has 3 minutes in the first movie and doesn't emote better. He does. Fuck. He emoted better in Ghost Rider 2.
Who the hell was he in Ghost Rider 2?
Random dude.
Oh, okay.
I can't even...
I don't remember him being in Ghost Rider 2.
He was the only black dude in that movie.
But I don't remember much of Ghost Rider 2.
I liked it better than Ghost Rider 1 because it was over the top in the fun way. But... So the big problem here is Jake from State Farm. No?
Was he even wearing khakis?
I think he was. No, he wasn't. They were probably jeans.
I don't know what he was wearing.
Because quite literally the costume designer here went... Look,
again, I couldn't see through the blinding hatred.
Really, those are the only actors in this. Other than, I think Tobey Maguire was in this. The rat-faced dude with the one who was always going, sure, I'll open the portal, and...
Oh, the scientist there?
Yeah.
Oh,
it looked like Tobey Maguire to me.
I don't fucking know, nor do I care about that character. He didn't even get a name.
No one got a name in this, except for Dickie, the head low man.
Vampire. No, that was a vampire.
Oh, was that a vampire?
That was a vampire.
Oh, okay. Fuck if I know.
That was supposed to be a vampire.
That looks nothing like a Stephen King vampire.
That was supposed to be a vampire.
Okay.
You could tell by the fact that he was able to discern what kind of blood it was by sniff, the fucking weird-ass eyes, and the tasting of the blood on top of the fact...
You mean the one that made him orgasm? Because he's so... his shine is pure.
On top of the fact that he was surrounded by members of his own kind in the darkness, and they were drinking red wine.
Dude, everything in this movie was shrouded in darkness or overblown. Like, the one scene that could have been really interesting to watch, where they fight something from the void, the Toadash.
That's not Toadash.
No, it's not Toadash.
That wasn't even supposed to be Toadash.
I know, it was... other. Also, I think that was supposed to be a thinny.
I really hope not.
Because they were bringing up that the Beamquake brought up these
what
rips.
It brought is it brought a creature of Perth.
Prim.
Prim, thank you.
Dragon Riders of Perth is what I think you were talking.
No, I was thinking of Lord Perth.
Oh, okay.
But that's what it was.
You know,
it was
he holds the earth, right?
Anyways, that was a creature of Prim.
Yes.
That's what it was supposed to be. That was supposed to be where the fucking Crimson King comes from.
Yeah. So, okay. 3 characters suck. We'll just jump back and continue on this.
The 3 main characters sucked. The supporting cast sucked. Nobody emotes. Fuck it all.
No, you know what? I actually believed one actor in every scene he was in. Lonnie, the douchey stepdad. He did not seem to want to be in this movie as much as we did not want to watch this movie.
He seemed like he was ready to beat the child.
Like, literally, when he turns around and goes, "Pack up your stuff or I will drag you downstairs." I believed it. I felt like he was going to... Listen to little shit. If you miss this take one more time, I will take you out back. And we will have to cast a Macaulay Culkin look-alike.
Young Macaulay Culkin or current... Young Macaulay Culkin, coked out Macaulay Culkin, or current Macaulay Culkin?
I just meant to say a Culkin. The Macaulay part just came out because it's... But anywho. Then, we do have a lot of the connections. There are a couple Easter eggs in this that I did kind of like. One, there were 0 Billy Bumblers in this fucking movie.
I was afraid there was one.
Where?
That fucking rabbit. The rabbit that Roland killed in the woods.
Looked kind of long to be a Billy Bumbler.
I was afraid it was supposed to be a Billy Bumbler.
Well, originally, that's what I thought they were going to do, just something. But if they did,
No.
It would remind me of the Bubo scene from Clash of the Titans.
That's what I was going to say. I was afraid they were going to Bubo a Billy Bumbler.
Could you say that 3 times fast?
No.
But, oh my god.
But let's see. Easter eggs that we could catch.
1408
Yep.
is the portal that after... when they go to the tribe's town and get attacked by ninjas, as you do, the 1408 is the portal that they go through to get back to Earth, which is in a kitchen. Cool.
Chinese food kitchen.
Sombra Corp, or the Sombra Corporation. But to be fair, that was less of an Easter egg and more... I don't know, people count those as Easter eggs now?
They probably would be.
But Sombra is where the Cantoi or Lomen do they thing.
It's where they is.
Stephen King is weird when he doesn't name organizations like organizations. They're always a working business in our world.
And I think there's one that even you missed.
Okay.
The Eddie Dean cameo.
Where the fuck was an Eddie Dean cameo?
On the computer.
Oh, I didn't read their usernames.
There was no username. But that's my old stomping ground.
That would
in
have
Brooklyn.
Dutch Hill, Brooklyn.
Which is kind of an Easter egg because where does Dream Eddie send Jake? But Dutch Hill in Brooklyn.
So you're thinking that that's actually an Eddie Dean thing?
I'm hoping there's one redeeming quality to this movie and that they didn't forget Eddie.
Dude, they forgot everyone else. They forgot every plot element else.
I don't care.
As long as you have
I want
Eddie. Okay.
I want Eddie Dean.
So Mr. Nikolaj, whatever the director's name was and everything. Fuck making this movie.
Go burn in hell.
I don't know where that voice came from. I swear it's an EVP.
No, it's me.
I know.
I want him to go burn in hell. I will tell him. I don't care. I will fucking create a Twitter to tweet him. I will post it on his Facebook wall. I will create a Tumblr. Nikolaj, whatever the fuck his name is, can burn in hell.
You realize he probably had a lot of studio...
You realize I don't care.
Actually, no, I'm going to say that this dude,
this
as a director, had to be a studio director. As in someone who's just, okay, we have this project, you're going for it. Not a director like Spielberg, who is his own director. Or, you know what I mean, like David Fincher or David Lynch or...
Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah, all these directors who are directors for themselves.
Right.
He's a line chef kind of director.
Yeah, and all of their producers can go burn in hell right alongside him.
Even Ron Howard?
For this, yes.
What about the Grinch?
The Grinch was at least entertaining.
It's a fair point. Okay, so I did miss that because I didn't think... Because I figured if they were going to do it as an Easter egg, it would be a username kind of thing.
No, I was fighting to try and find things.
Something. What the fuck was up with that house demon?
Well, that was supposed to be a thing.
It was supposed to be a thing, but it wasn't.
It was.
That's my problem with this movie.
It picked him up and tried to eat him.
Until...
I mean, don't get me wrong, it was like a 10-page fight in the book, but...
It was 10 seconds in the movie. And even then, there was literally just...
But Jake's psychic ability was able to banish it.
Oh my...
Because psychics can banish demons with their mind.
You know, I really think Roland wish he knew that before having sex with several... Although I did actually like the fact that they still gave him Hep C, D, E, and everything like that, because he did get the,
Right.
What was it? It was Calling, wasn't it? Where he did actually... He did go to a hospital in one of them.
He didn't know.
Well, oh, you're right.
No, Eddie went and got him antibiotics for his fucking hand.
That's right. You're correct. I'm sorry. But I could have swore there was one where they were talking about, you know, he had all these Heps and...
No, they were talking about Eddie's previous employer.
Oh, okay.
Because he had a hidden stash of antibiotics.
Okay, we talked about the plot,
Unfortunately.
which was bad. Talked about the acting.
Unfortunately.
Talked about Easter eggy bits.
The bland-ass costuming.
Oh, there is also a pin with the Kaz symbol, but it's barely noticeable if you don't notice it. Obviously, it's...
I think that was when I had to walk away.
It was. It's when you went and got candy. He had to go.
I had to get away. Otherwise, I would have, ripped apart the entire theater by the end of it.
Side note, this was the first time I actually sat in the reclining seats at the Rome Cinema 8.
Second time I have, and they're fucking comfortable.
Oh, man.
So.
Like, quite literally, if I was in a regular seat during this, we would have probably walked out. No, I've never been defeated by a film. I refuse to walk out of a film. Fully. I did walk out to have a cigarette when going to see The Host. The Stephenie Meyer Host, not the really good South Korean film. So, at 37 minutes and such, final thoughts.
Nope. That is the word of the day. Just nope. Everything is nope after seeing that movie. And tomorrow, everything is going to be nope. And for the next 5 years, everything is going to be nope.
We really need to continue a comic a day for the next branch of the Dark Tower stuff we were reading.
Sure, if you want me to sit there and talk about it and just go, nope, 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 nope.
Excuse me, you were actually very good because it had some qualities that were good, that were better, and some that were worse than the thing. Also,
Yeah, let's talk about the qualities that were better than the book in this movie. I'm really hoping you superimpose cricket noises here.
I'm not going to. This is all going to go up uncut, unfiltered,
Unadulterated?
unadulterated. So you can make cricket noises right now.
I can't make a cricket noise.
Neither can I.
You sounded like Bastion from Overwatch.
I'm sorry. Chop. By the way, 0 out of 10, no lobstrosities.
Lobstrosities weren't in the first book anyways.
Neither was, well, basically all of this movie. They could have at least had a moment.
They were in the desert.
Oh my god. Also, you know the most iconic line from the book? You know, the man in black fled across the desert. The gunslinger followed.
From the first book or the seventh book?
I will smack you. It's at like the 15 to 20 minute point in this movie.
No, you know what pissed me off most of all?
Huh.
They walked past the fucking entrance to the mines under the mountains.
Was that the mine?
That was a mine shaft leading under the mountains.
That's
what they walked past.
I didn't even see that.
Okay? And the moment they walked past that and just kept going, Roland should have been doubled over in pain.
No, he should have been doubled over in pain long before, like when his father died.
Wait, his father died in the main continuity too.
How his father died was totally different. Where his father died was totally different. There was no grand epic back to back with his son.
I think that was supposed to be Jericho Hill, by the way.
But they were in a valley gully looking thing.
Yeah, but it was their last stand, and it was a field full of bodies.
But it wasn't on a hill.
But I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be Jericho Hill.
That was Jericho's field. You know what happens when you don't put a hill
In
Jericho's Hill? Dark Tower? You just made the list.
I know, I'm gonna go burn the list.
To forget that it ever happened. So yeah, this is 40 minutes long. This is trying to be therapeutic for him. I saw a shit movie based off a book that I really like. He saw someone take the Bible. Nah, no one ever uses the Bible as what's another very large. He saw someone take
The Silmarillion.
Fuck that. That book was shit. It needs to be changed. Yeah, fight me, Tolkien Knights. Tolkienians? The hell's Tolkien's fan base called? Ringlings? Man, I could go for Yinglings right now.
I could go for...
I need a hard scotch.
I have Tanqueray.
Are you saying the night again?
I have gin. I can make the day better.
Oh, but...
I have gin and rum and schnapps.
Please don't mix them all. You're going to be driving soon. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Blink, blink, blinkety, blink, blink, blink. I'm gonna watch more Oz. I'm gonna forget this movie because it was that. I think that's my final thought on it. It is a bad movie. It truly is. The worst part about it is how bland it is. Like, you know, you can look at it and go, this is everything wrong. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it was a bland film. You made actors like Idris Elba, who very rarely ever gives a shoddy performance, even in shit films, and Matthew goddamn McConaughey,
Who's never had a bad role.
That's not true. Look at this movie.
Before this.
Oh, I'm sure he has. He was in a lot of rom-coms, and then he decided to be an actor.
But then he had fun with them, and he actually, you know, showed emotion and acted
And he was
did things.
That's true. Fuck. And I feel sorry for the kid who played Jake. We should have pulled up, you know, people's names and all, but I feel sorry for him because this is the movie that people are going to remember. To be fair, he was not Jake Lloyd, you know. Yippee! But to be fair, I also thought Jake Lloyd did okay with what he had, but that was the prequels, and...
So then, you want my final thoughts on this?
Just remember, no audio spikes for Doom.
This is a movie that I've wanted to happen for years. This is a movie that was supposed to have happened for years. And then one thing after another in studios and rights. And then Stephen King was unhappy with things, which I was fine with. Because this is Stephen King's baby. It's literally the thing he spent the most amount of time on in his entire life. It followed him through all of his phases. Being a druggie, on rehab, being hit by a van, back on rehab, becoming an alcoholic, back on rehab.
Cocaine.
No, that was between...
No, actually, was it cocaine or heroin?
It was cocaine.
Okay, because I don't remember him talking about needles.
He talked about needles a lot with Eddie, but he was a cokehead.
True.
So, I was fine with waiting, and fine with waiting, and fine with waiting. And then the poster leaked. And I didn't know how to feel about it.
No, tell him the truth. Tell him how this went. Then the trailer leaked.
And I got pissed because the trailer was up for 24 hours and nobody fucking told me.
No, it was up for like 24 minutes, not hours.
And I didn't get to see the trailer.
And no one had screenshots. And no one had a torrent. There was no way to get this illegally.
It literally just stopped existing entirely. Whatever. And then I saw the poster. And I didn't understand the poster because there was a fucking city on both sides of the tower, and I didn't get it. And I was starting to lose hope. And then I saw Idris Elba, and I was like, okay. And then I saw Matthew McConaughey, and I was like, okay. And then I saw the actual trailer, and I lost all hope. But I tried. I tried to tell myself it can't be as bad as you think it is. It can't destroy you. It can't. There's no way that Stephen King would let this happen. And then this movie came out. And I noticed something during the end credits. Stephen King did not have a hand in this movie. He's not credited as producer, as director, as...
Why would he be director?
You never know.
I saw him direct Maximum Overdrive.
It's not as bad as this movie.
No, I don't think he was director for Maximum Overdrive.
You know, he wasn't fucking part of the screenwriting team. You know, he wasn't even a fucking key grip for this movie. At least he would have had a hand in it.
Hey, can I come in and be a gaffer? By the way, apparently my little Mickey is also my Stephen King.
For all I care, he could have been a fucking PA on this movie, and that would have meant he had a hand in it. And that would have meant that he was to blame, but he's not. This is literally someone just had the rights to the names and the characters and didn't care. And I think that, right there, is what pisses me off the most. The fact that this movie was made with such lackluster, just a lack of care.
Like, point in this movie that I want to point out that made me realize no one actually cared about this movie besides the plot and all that shit. There's a moment where, you know, they do the long days, pleasant nights, and someone goes, "Thank you, Sigh." Like, not, because it's never written, "Thank you, Sigh." It's not even "Thank ye, Sigh." It's "Thank ye, Sigh." I know it's a small little nitpick.
But it's literally, this is someone literally just tried to cash in on the name. Someone tried to cash in on the characters. And I sincerely hope that that person, that this team, this 4-person screenwriting team, 4 people, someone could have picked up a fucking book at any point and went, wait, what are we doing? But no one did.
So, does this feel like a sequel to the series that has...
No! It feels like it has nothing. It is nothing. It is beyond nothing. And I sincerely hope, like I was saying, that all 4 of these people never get another writing job in Hollywood. And I've never wished that on anyone who's... even Stephanie Meyer, I didn't wish that on.
No, that's a...
She can go keep making movies for all she fucking wants. Because the thing of it is, she puts care into her movies. Not for people like you or me. For the tweeners who fucking like that shit. Who like the young adult romance with a dark twist or whatever the fuck it is.
You know, basically what this wanted to be, only they took out the romance and added daddy issues.
You know, she put care into them. She had a hand in the screenwriting. You know, I'm pretty sure she scrapped like 4 versions of fucking Twilight where Jacob fucking kissed Edward or some shit. I don't fucking know. I don't know the actual plot to the fucking movies.
You know, that would have actually made the books probably a little bit better because there was a lot of sexual tension between the 2 of them.
Sure, whatever.
They were using Bella as a proxy for their own homosexuality.
Whatever. And, like, again, going back to Twilight, nobody hates those movies more than the actors who were in it.
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson has come out saying that is the worst job he's ever taken.
Yeah, but Anna Kendrick's probably like, hey, I may have only been a support character, but everyone remembers me over her.
But the thing of it is, if they hadn't gotten established names for this...
And Boo Boo Stewart's in it.
The thing of it is, if they hadn't gotten established actors for the Dark Tower movies, nobody would have cared. Nobody would have gone and seen it. Because the people like me who love the Dark Tower the book would have seen this trailer and went, yeah, no, which is what I initially did. Ask Bard. I called him and ranted for like half an hour about the 3-minute trailer.
Yeah.
Very angry ranting. You know, but they're going to cash in on the people who know nothing about this, which is a larger group of the population than the people who do know about it, who are going to go, oh, Idris Elba, or oh, Matthew McConaughey, and go see it because of the names. And that's not how a movie should be made. A movie should not be, hey, how much are we, the studio, going to make off of this? Because you are in the entertainment business. You're supposed to entertain people, not give them crippling migraines, which may very well be an aneurysm, from trying to decipher what the fuck they actually just watched. I speak from experience. Now that I've had a 15-minute long final thought rant on why I hate this studio and what I really think is wrong with this movie over the fact that they destroyed my favorite book series on the planet, do you have anything to add?
I'm still pissed off about the Thanky Sai thing.
I'm pissed off about the Dark Tower thing.
What? You said it looked nice?
The tower itself looks good. That's the one redeeming quality we have for this movie.
So, I realized what the final line...
Has that bar ever been read?
What bar?
That one.
Yes.
I've never seen it read.
Nor have I.
Isn't it normally black?
Black or... yeah.
Huh.
I'll figure that out in a second.
This is all going to get cut. This part has to get cut, because this has nothing to do with anything. So you realize what the final thing should be.
So I realized what the final thing should be. Oh, there'll be good reviews for you. Or, there'll be good reviews. But not for you, Gunslinger. Never for you. Alright.
Goodbye. Good night. If you don't hear from me again, you know what happened.
And don't forget to check out our new channel coming soon, Serve the Beam, which will just be a Stephen King explaining thing. Stephen King explaining channel. Kind of like Star Wars Explained or a lot of the other people who just like telling everyone what's in the books and everything like that. Yada yada, yada yada, yada. Anything else?
No.
Deuces. Oh, and stay golden, Inklings.